Hello guys and welcome to another YouTube video. Today I'm gonna teach you how to do Trial of Sekhemas or for the PoE1 players Sanctum. So in this video you're gonna learn how to even go there, how to get your Asendancies from here, what is honor, what are the rooms, and all that stuff. So there will be a lot of timestamps in the description below, so you can always skip to the part that you care about. And at the end, we also do a test run, so you can see for what rooms I'm deciding myself to go, so you get more of a feeling like what should be your choices there to make it a bit easier. Because you can make it harder for you, or you can make it easy for you, and I will show you all that. Well, let's start. So the first thing you kind of want to know is how to go to the trial of Sekhemas. Well, this is really easy. I'm going to open the map here real quick. I'm just going to show you. So the first thing you want to do is, once you're in Act 2, at some point you need to go to the Trader's Passage. And in this Trader's Passage, there's the boss called Balbala the Trader. You need to kill her in order to get a coin, which then will lead you to the next quest, and you can be able to drive the caravan to the trial of Sekhemas. So kill her, and after you've done that, you need to talk with someone in the town or so, I believe. But the quest should automatically update, so no issue there. And then once you're there, you want to drive with your caravan over here to the right top, which is next to the trial of the Sekhemas. It should have like an exclamation mark here as well. I'm not sure about that, to be fair, but you just want to drive over here, and here's the trial of Sekhemas, and then you can go in here, you have the waypoint, and from this point on you can always teleport over here. So the next thing people always want to know, how to get my Asendancies in Trial of Sekhemas, and I stream daily on Twitch, and I get this question 100 billion times a day. And this is really simple. So you see here, this is like the entry to go to the trial of Sekhemas. If it's gonna be your first time, you're gonna have the same item just in green because it's a quest item. It's your first time, and after that you need to drop those items from monsters. So if you have those entries, they basically tell you the area level, which is then just showing you what level are the monsters in. So if you want to have it easier, obviously go with a lower area level. And then the thing that is really important for your Asendancies is the number of trials. If the number of trials is 1, then you get your first Asendancy. If the number of trials is 2, then you get your second Asendancy. Number 3, third Asendancy. Number 4, fourth Asendancy, and you're done. The thing is with this number of trials, right? You will not drop an area level 28 with number of trials 4. They will come later, so the more you progress, the more higher area level ones you get, and then at some point it will increase the number of trials here. The number of trials also mean that you need to run longer. So each number of trials, 1 is basically one boss. Number of trials 2 is you also need to complete the second boss, and then 3 is the third boss, and so on. They're really simple to end, and always after the last boss you can basically get your next Asendancies. And this is basically how this works. So there will be something we're not gonna enter now, but you're gonna see it in the run that I'm gonna show at the end of the video. The next mechanics that you care about is honor, and then there's also sacred water, but let's talk first about honor. So for honor, it's basically gonna be another bar over here, which is basically also your life. You can still die in the trial if monsters are just straight up killing you, so your life goes to 0. But then you also have honor, and you basically can treat it as sanity. Also, you maybe know that from other games. And if that is 0 as well, you also gonna die. Something really important here for the hardcore players under you guys. If you drop your honor at 0 in hardcore, you are also permanently deaf. This is different from PoE1, that's why I just mentioned it. In PoE1 you will not die, you will not lose your character, but in PoE2 you will lose your character. So never ever let your honor drop below 0. And obviously when you're close to have this happen, just press escape, go out. No shame there, but like do not risk your character. Alright, So since we was talking about honor resistance, we're gonna talk now about relics. Relics is something that helps you a lot with making those runs easier. As an example, but this is my hardcore character right now, so I don't have that many relics. There is going to be unique relics as well with some special things. But for the most part, especially once you learning it, you just care about those relics, and they will drop in the run himself. And the first time when you do the trial, he also gives you one relic. You're gonna put that in the console, which I'm gonna show you guys soon. But first of all, about the stats on those relics, they are basically all the time in there when you're doing the trial, so they are really, really helpful. And some things that are really, really helpful is honor resistance, which is a suffix, and then increased maximum honor, which is a prefix. So in a perfect world, you can have a relic with maximum honor and honor resistances, and that makes it so that your sanity or your honor drains a lot less and is also higher. So you can just survive more hits, because this trial is about to not to get hit, basically. Yeah, this basically helps you. Obviously, there's other stats like increased maximum life and stuff, but I never really found it a problem to actually survive the monsters. But it was always like the honor is the biggest problem. Most likely you will die on that. I'm not saying it's impossible to not die on monster damage as well, but as long as you have an okayish character, you should be fine. But honor is really what gets you there. So this helps a lot. Then there's something else as a resource, which is called sacred water. And sacred water is something you sometimes get on like different rooms that you complete, or just dropping from monsters straight up. And sacred water is used for the traders. There can be like rooms with a trader in there. So you can buy honor in there, you can buy buffs that makes it easier, so the monsters take more damage, they have less HP and whatnot. So there's stuff like that. And there's also rooms that just straight up refill your honor, but it costs a little bit of sacred water. So that's the resource there. You will get it anyways once you run through, so just that you know what it is. And then there's also something which is called Boons and Affliction. And this is really simple to understand. Boons are always buffs and afflictions are always nerfs. So some rooms gives you boons, which basically buffing you, like you do more damage, monsters have less HP and all that stuff. Or you have an affliction where you cannot see the next rooms, as an example. So it's kind of like random what happens. You lose honor, your honor drains faster, the traps do more damage and stuff like that. So affliction in the runs are purple things. They are always like in purple letters and stuff. Boons is always like gold, so you're gonna see it directly what I mean. But just that you know, affliction is a debuff, boons is good for us, it's a buff. And then there will be different rooms. So every time you go into a room, you're gonna have the rewards and you see them, but the rooms also have names. As an example, the one room is called a gauntlet. The other room is called hourglass. And those names basically tell you what you have to do in the room already. So for the two hardest things, I'm just gonna mention those rooms first. And this is my opinion, right? So for you, it could feel like another room is harder, but I do not believe so. But basically the hardest rooms is a gauntlet, where you have to dodge a lot of traps. So can be really annoying. These rooms also take the longest. Then the other thing is chalice, where you have to kill rare mobs. And for some people of you, it's not a problem at all. But remember, we are not allowed to get hit. So if you have a lot of damage, it's no issue. But if you don't have a lot of damage, you need to dodge a lot more. So this can be a little bit of a problem. It shouldn't be too hard though, to be fair. As long as your character is, you know, just okay with the content you do. But it is a bit harder than other mods. Then you have Hourglass, which for me is easy because I always play something with AoE. If you play something with only single target, then this is becoming probably hard as well. It's basically, you need to survive like 1 minute or so, and there will be mobs spawning all the time in waves. So if you have just fast clear and stuff, you can kill them really, really fast. They always spawn at the same locations, So once you started, you see where they spawn. Just position yourself depending on what build you play. As an example, me as a summoner, I always go in a corner where there's only like 1 or 2 more spawning, so my minions take care of it, and then they take care of the rest that is like coming towards my direction. Then there is escape rooms where there's crystals. You click on them, and they will basically shoot like a ball or something in a direction, and you need to go then, or like follow that direction from the ball, and there will be the next crystal. While you are doing this, there's a time running out, so it is a time event. Every time you click on a crystal, you gain seconds as well. It's like between 4 to 6 crystals that you have to click on, and then you're basically done. But it will tell you when the door is open, so just run after the crystals as long you need to. There's again a warning for the hardcore players. If the time runs 0, I never tried it out, but people told me if the time runs 0, you will die. In softcore you lose the run, but in hardcore you lose your character. So not really good. So this rooms was never ever a problem with me. You don't need movement speed, you don't need anything that makes you faster. Never had any issues. It only can become an issue, there's still monsters in there. So if you stop at the monsters and you fight for against them for a few seconds, then you can run into problems. But I just run past them. But if you have problems and the time is about to run out, please go out, save your character. And then there's rituals, which is for me the easiest one. There's like 2 mobs or 3 mobs standing at a portal summoning monsters. You just kill the monster that is summoning. Most likely you can just kill them fast enough to them not even having summoning any monsters. They're just standing there summoning, they do nothing. You just kill them and then you're basically done. There's like 3 to 6 portals in a room and that's it. So that's it with all the explanation. And now we're gonna do a test run here. So in case you watched the video until now and that is fine for you, already thanks for watching. For the rest of you guys, welcome. We do a run now. Okay, so first to start this, you basically go to this relic altar, and here you can put in your relics. And it's really easy. So you basically can fill this up. Obviously, if there's no slots anymore, you cannot put relics in. There's also 1 slot relics normally in PoE1. I don't remember if there was here, but yeah. So basically you put those things in. As you can see, I have some maximum honor resistance. This one gives me more sacred water, also cool I guess. But yeah, so this is the stuff with that we go. Also keep note that my character at the moment is a bit over leveled. But even when I was like around the level of the zone, I was like 28 when I did my first thing. I basically one-shotted everything, but I'm a summoner, I'm basically a cheater. Summoners do a lot of damage early. But yeah, so basically we just entering here now. And the first thing is always something you cannot choose. For these traps is basically, you can like run through them while they're coming up already and you don't take any damage, so just that you know. So this room here is the gauntlet, by the way. That's the one I said is going to be long and annoying. And yeah, you just basically dodge all the traps. You don't want to get hit. If you get hit, you lose honor resistance, so not really good. And for the monsters, we just dodge it. So we're just gonna run here. And there's levers that we need to pull to open those doors. Okay, we wait here real quick and we go. Now we need to go down probably. No, but there's chests. We take the loot. Why not? Also in this chests often I drop relics. So they make the future runs easier. So always take them with you, always identify them. Always check if there's good mods on it. Makes your life easier later on. Here's traps again. We wait till this come up. Wait till this come up. Easy going. It's just about patience. The farther you go in a trial, so if you have a trial with 2 trials, right, and so on, there will be different traps as well. So in this case, I cannot show you this, but I will probably upload videos of the higher trials as well in the future. So make sure to check them out if you are scared, and especially if you play hardcore, it might help you. So now we can see those thingies here for the first time. As you can see, this row is like, here's a gauntlet, here's a gauntlet, here's a gauntlet. I don't really like those rooms, but they also have afflictions, because that's why they are in purple here. And here as an example, monsters inflict binding chains on hit, which is slowing you. Can be really annoying in some occasions, so don't really want to have this, but it's okay. You and your minions deal 40% less damage. I want to kill stuff fast, so we're not going to go over there for sure. The merchant only offers one choice, so that's the merchant I was talking about. Sometimes he appears. You will also see it if there's a merchant in a room, and he will offer you normally a lot of options, and with this he only gives us one option. And there's less sacred water found. I would prefer to have less sacred water than over only one option, because if he has only one option, I need to buy what he has. And like this, well, I can buy less, but at the end of the day, I still can buy stuff. So we want to go over here, and you see those connections. So we can not go with this one to here, because there's no connection. We can only go this one here. And this one is also falling away because there's also no connection. So the only thing we can do is here. So this is a ritual trial. This is really, really easy. I love to do them. They are normally really, really fast. And so here's the monsters at the portal. We just kill him, kill this one. Easy game. Sometimes there is traps in those rooms, but you can normally just run past them. So you don't really have to do them. They're just there for whatever reason. They're there for the people that didn't watch the guide and run first through the traps. Yeah, wait here real quick. Getting those dudes. This is like a long ritual one. There's like one layout where there's only 3 portals next to each other. So you just go in, kill them, and you're done. This is pretty much the longest one I ever saw. But yeah. Again, it is really, really easy. But there we go. So we have here the sacred water that already got told at the beginning. And then we can see the next rooms as well. Here is an affliction where you are not always taken to the room you select, which is really, really, really bad. So there can be like a really good room and a really bad room, and this, you click out the really good room and it's just making you into the really bad room. So we don't want to do this. And yeah, we already say we kind of want to go here. Obviously, if this would be bad, we might as well take this one and go up. And so there's always a choice we have to make. So the next one is going to be a gauntlet again, and then the next one after that is going to be easy again, a ritual trial. And yeah, let's go. Do click here on the lever. Making a pause here. Wait again until this come up. Just take your time. There's like no time running here in this gauntlet. But there's a room where there is a timer, obviously. There you don't chill, right? But other than this, just take your time. It's not a race. Unless you're in an escape trial. Then run. Always make sure to not take damage, because then you would lose honor. That's good for you. So we don't want to do that. Alrighty. Run over here. There's only chests. Obviously you could take them. But I just care about like showing you the run and stuff, so we're not here for the loot. And there we go. Alrighty, so we can see our next rooms again as well. This is a gauntlet trial again. Awards a pledge which can be accepted to change the trial's parameters. So if you enter this room, you don't have to take the negative effect, by the way. If you do that, you basically change boons and afflictions, so they can be like harder or more buffing and stuff. I honestly never really took this room. I don't really know exactly how it goes, but I don't want to like try it out. And there's a merchant, so I just prefer to go to the merchant. And we get more sacred water in there as well, which is the currency we have to spend anyways to buy him. And it's an hourglass room, so I can show you this as well. So really, really good for us, really good for the showcase. And I think this is going to be the, yeah, this is the easy layout. This is the layout I was telling you about. So I was not lying, this is the proof. Oh, there's a portal, and here's a portal. Ah, we're done. That's it, right? Sanctum or Trial of Sekhemas is so easy. Told you guys. Easy peasy. So, take our sacred water, and then we go further. So this is just giving us a cage. It's a ritual trial as well, so really, really easy. Obviously, we are kind of lucky here. We don't really have to like, well, we had to choose between bad mods at the start, but we had good mods there, so we are kind of lucky, I would say. Sometimes it just goes unlucky, right? And yeah, that's just what it is. But like, always try to make the best decisions. So here's the hourglass room where we pull this thingy. I don't know how to say it on English. We would assume sand hour, I hope. No, I mean, I basically just call it hourglass because that's the room name, right? Should be the same. Where basically we pull it and you see on top here a timer running out. So this is where the monsters are spawning. If you kill a rare monster, the timer is going down as well. So you can complete the rooms faster. Obviously, if you're not that good, just, you know, run into the other corner. If you think he might as well like hit you a lot and stuff, then it's obviously not worth. But yeah, if you just want to rush it, just kill the rare monster here as well, and you're done. Now we go farther. Easy peasy. And here we have the trader now. And we can click on purchase items. So he has a lot of different effects that we can buy. Here's our sacred water amount that we have. So we could just straight up restore honor at the moment. We can get a boon, which makes it so restores 40 of your honor when you venerate a market shrine. So whenever you are at the shrine, you get honor again. Restores 81 of your honor on entering a boss room. So whenever we enter the boss room, we get honor. Traps are slower, so it makes it easier to dodge them. Or we just have more maximum honor. Well, I go with that. Because why not? So now you see we have like 2,300. We had like 1,800 or something before. I mean, you see the video. I didn't really to care about it. But yeah. So you guys can know that. Okay, so we go to the next room. We can already look at the next rooms as well. Monsters remove 5% of your life mana and energy shield on hit. Well, we probably don't want to have that, especially not in hardcore. It's not the hardest thing because monsters are not really hitting giga fast unless they're in melee range and stuff, and there's a lot of monsters. So most likely this is not a problem at all, but it still makes it harder, so why take the risk, right? And this one makes it so take 25 physical damage on room completion. Well, we have 1028 life. We don't care about this 25 damage. So yeah, we will go here then, and then this one, and then we do the boss. And again, the really easy ritual room. We love it. We're really lucky with this. Never had it twice in the same sanctum. Really good. Here's a bronze thingy. We looted a bronze key at some point before, and it dropped a relic as well, so we can identify it, and for the next run we maybe get some good bonuses for it, so to even make it easier. So now we go here, as we already said. This was a ritual as well, I think, right? Oh, what was it? No, an hourglass, okay. Well, too bad we didn't saw the escape trial here at all. But yeah, the escape trial is really easy. There will be like crystals standing around, and like once you click on them, there's like lightning ball flying away from them in a direction, and you just go that direction and you will go to the next crystal. This sounds maybe more complicated than it actually is. It is really, really easy, so no worries there. I don't know what I'm doing here. Gonna stand here in the corner. Gonna resummon my minions. The way I resummon my minions, by the way, is just with weapon swapping. So this is a really, really good thing to do for positioning them on some boss fights, or just like sometimes they're standing outside of the boss, so just do that. As a little side tip for all our summoner enjoyers. Do it, because honestly, the minions are kind of stupid in this game. If there's a door, they're not going through. So, well, we have another trader here as well, but we don't need him. So, we don't have water, so we cannot buy anything. This was also like standing here on the room, by the way. It also said that it contains a merchant. That's also like the icon here. So like if it's this guy, it's containing a merchant. That's him, right? Or her, whatever. So now we go to the boss. Well, the boss will be really, really easy now for me. I'm just gonna resummon my minions real quick to show him a bit while we are here. You basically go up here and then he will spawn. I can do a bit damage to him, right? Yeah, okay, that should be fine. So obviously he's starting with this big ground effect. So at the start, as a melee character, you don't want to stand next to him, and yeah. So now he will spawn geysers and effects on the ground, and yeah. If you're in melee, you always want to like dodge through him, always try to go behind him, and if you're a caster, just try to not stand in the geysers and whatnot, and you're gonna be fine. So this will be like a melee attack, dodge, a melee attack, another melee attack, dodge. So that's basically how you would do it as a melee, and he is really, really simple though. And then he is doing this sometimes, so you just run away when he's doing that. And then as a caster, you don't really have any issues with him at all. That's just easy life, you just dodge the geysers. There was also like fire tornadoes he's gonna put on the ground at some point. But it's the same game there, right? Dodge it, don't run inside of it, and you're gonna be completely fine. So once we completed him, once again we have Balbala here, and she sells relics. They are permanent, so we can take them for our next runs. So obviously if you have Sacred Water left and there's a really good relic, buy it. You won't regret it. Then here on this thing where I cannot click on right now, here you will get your Asendancies on the first trial. So if you click on it, then you get 2 points for your Asendancies and you can skill here. As you can see, I did that already. Here you can then trade your leftover Sacred Water for keys. Here's, by the way, also like you can see your keys here. So if you click on it, you see, okay, we gave him like 70 or something water and we got 1 bronze key. So with this key, we can open those chests here. They always say basically what they have in there. So mysterious is random, body armor, it's obviously a body armor, a helmet. Yes, guess what? It doesn't drop you boots, it drops you a helmet. So really, really easy to understand. So we're just gonna take this. And then we have 1 silver key. Well, let's just click on the royal cage, which is jewels. Really, really good. I love those royal cages. There's also gonna be relic cages, so obviously if you plan to do this more, always click on them as well. And yeah, mage cage, it's more like energy shield based thingies. Then there's ranger case with like evasion gear. I don't know actually how the cases are called with like more plate gear and stuff, but yeah, armor. But yeah, okay. So there's those things. So we got 3 jewels here, can be really, really good as well for us in Hardstay. Hope we get something good. But yeah, that's it with the video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.